speaking of something, that's
it's a big win. Big W.
Win, their
huge
big jump.
W.
Yeah, their big jump up they got an extra 112,000 people, but
and we talked about this before we came on. Why was that? Do you think that it went up?
I mean, we both think it's gotta be the college kids that are back in school, got nothing to do on a Wednesday night because they don't have a lot of friends and don't talk to girls and aren't in a fraternity.
Yeah,
they just
not kill them early. They're only freshmen.
That's true. That's for the life of me, they cannot remember. But here's the thing. Is 600 like a thing of the past?
No, they'll do it again.
I mean, but on an average, I
yes.
Yes, and that's the scary part. That's where they just keep dropping. I mean, this video from Awful shows that the same show last year, September, I think last year, it was like the 11th and not the 10th, whatever. That was like 700 and change for their average viewers, just like they go in the wrong direction. I mean, yeah, it just sucks because you see that there is talent there and there's people that could do better, and then they staple them in the crotch. Just like,
what? That was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like that was the first clip I saw when I went on Twitter on Wednesday evening after it's just like why would I tune into that? Like, why are people and then like Daniel Garcia is now a Death Rider.
Yes.
Like, yes.
Bad guy.
That guy. Garcia. I mean, Captain Dick Dan.
God, it'd be stupid if somebody did a weekly show reviewing this crap.
Yeah, it would, but it'll be fun. We'll make fun of it.
We haven't told anybody about it.
No, we haven't. No, we're yeah. Hints for the people, Easter eggs for the folks that have watching this long. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk about things on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got since open mic night, we'll have a lot to talk about with it. But I just don't understand. I every oh my God. It's Daniel Garcia. Like, how many times has he turned?
It's interesting. It really is interesting to watch what's happening, though. It really is interesting.
He was a baby face because of the car accident, and then he wasn't going to join Jericho, and then he did, and then he left, and then he was a heel again, and then Jack Pitt. I don't think he's like the Big Show, but small and not. So many heel. I don't know, but that's that company though. There's always just heel turn face turn heel turn face. They don't stick with anything, or like somebody goes away and then like Mr. Wardlow and comes back and apparently
he's hurt again.
Torn his pec.
He's hurt.
Yeah, and not just hurt. Like I heard from what I heard, he tore his pec. Like the injury Cody.
Here's the thing. You've been around sports. I played sports. You've been with your dad. You've played stuff. If you're if you're an athlete of any kind, okay, I played hockey.
Yeah.
If I don't play hockey for a year or so and I go out and think I can start playing like I would before, I'm going to hurt something. Something's going to get hurt. It's just the way it is. These guys aren't wrestling every day.
No, and there's not like a performance center where they can go do those type of things. Like they got to go to some random wrestling school or whatever. It's kind of like AAA, like when you have a baseball injury and you come back, you don't just join the big league club right when you come back.
Send them down. Hockey's the same way. You go down to AAA. Exactly right.
Right. Or like I know like with the NFL, they don't have that, but they'll do like a practice situation. They'll try to run it out. They'll try to do as much as they can to make sure. Because you can't go from not doing something for X amount of money. When was the last time we saw Wardlow on television? It was at least 6 months to a year ago. You can't come back and go full speed. It
doesn't work. The body doesn't work that way, folks. Sorry.
You get yourself full out hyped and ready to go. And that's where, house shows, a performance center, something where you can do more than just working 1 day a week, maybe 2 if you're working Collision. But I mean,
you don't even have to call it a performance center. Just put a building up with a freaking ring and some weights.
Exactly. Call it whatever you want. Yeah, exactly. Tony Khan's wrestling house. They don't care what you call it.
You cannot expect an athlete to do that. It's impossible.
Yeah, and you can't tell me you couldn't find a facility somewhere attached to the stadium in Jacksonville, for Christ's sake. Like figure something out with it.
They have a weight room. They have a weight room for the players.
Yeah.
Why can't Tony Khan's people use that?
something.
His
I
dad
mean,
owns it.
because how many people? I mean, it just. I think she's back now, but I know Jamie Hayter was out for a while, came back, got hurt. Like it's not. It's a common issue with it because you nailed it. Like it's part of sports. Like this is an athletic competition, whether these guys are, jocks or not. It's no. And for a guy like Wardlow, it's like great because Tony's gonna add the freaking injury time to him, and he's already been stuck there. I feel like every time I see him not anymore, but when you see him on TV, blink twice if you need help.
Yeah.
Blink. Is your family okay? No, it's just
with a guy like Wardlow, it's actually almost worse because he's a body guy, and you have to have a certain amount of nutrition and whatever else,
right?
Whatever else you're throwing in there to help your body. And if you're not exercising properly, and you're gonna he tore his pec,
right? It's just one of those things where you just need to. It's right there in front of you, and you've got the money to do it, and they don't, and it just keeps happening.
Just use your common sense.
That's it. Doesn't take
seriously.
Yeah, we're not.
Even if you're a cheerleader and you got hurt, you don't go back in your top of the pyramid right off the bat. You have to work. Come on, it's common.
Right, we're not just throwing you off exactly with it. Yeah, no, the easiest comparison every time that I always make is AAA, because like baseball's not nearly as an exertion physically as professional wrestling is, or a lot of other sports. But you've got it is within the times that you sprint and run and whatever. But they always go back, so you can get back into game shape. Wrestlers talk about it all the time, whether it's ring rust or you got to get in ring shape or whatever it is. Yeah. You can't just dive right back into something that at full speed, like there's like even with players, there's practice speed and there's game speed. You're just going to jump from being off and from just working out in the gym to game speed. No, you're going to tear something, and look what happened.
Right. And that's how they operate. They're always like top flight speed. They don't ask Kenny Omega how that worked out for him.
Right. Jesus, yeah. or what's his buddy, Kota Ibushi.
Or even Will Ospreay.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then you even see it like, Swerve's out too now? I mean, how many?
They're all out.
Yeah, and it's always for like extended periods of time. It's always something major because you can't do that to your body, especially the way they do it and how, it's.
Dude, they own a football and a soccer team. There's nutrition. There's all this stuff that these guys do all the time. It's around them 24/7. Bring it to here.
Yeah. No, yeah, but that would be too corporate. That wouldn't be.
I'm starting to get frustrated.
I get it. No, I'm with you because I get it. It's this indie mindset completely that they just cannot get themselves out of. I mean, that's why their t-shirts are so terrible in the way they are. They just don't. But I joke about us being professionally unprofessional, but like we're getting better with it. We're starting to be way more like these guys have just never improved. It goes back to what we talked about with the television, with the same errors that they have, the same sound errors where like a mic doesn't work or they don't pick it up in the back. So you don't hear like the boom mic wasn't working. So you don't hear the backstage promo or, Renee Moxley Good cutting from herself backstage to herself in the ring. None of this should be happening 6 months into a company, let alone 6 fucking years.
These guys, but here's my thing. They're around professional organizations all day. Yep. Jaguars, whether you think they're professional or not, they're professional. Fulham, it's professional. Yes. You know how stuff works. They're athletes. They're not just pieces of meat. They're athletes.
Yeah.
Treat them as such.
Not even a piece of meat. He treats them like action figures. A piece of meat can you beat up? He treats them like they're plastic action figures.
But he's around it. He knows how it works.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He sees it
in a professional setting. Yeah, no. But that's where he just does it. I don't know what
my head's gonna blow off. I'm fucking real pissed.
It's just his brain doesn't process things like a normal person. Like that's why he thinks, I'll charge people $50 every 3 weeks for a pay-per-view. I don't do any build up to, and no one watched the show before or after.
But I understand that. But he knows, he knows that the basis of an NFL team is their talent. The basis of a soccer team is their talent.
Yeah.
The basis of a wrestling organization is what?
Your
talent. It's the same fucking thing.
And you have to treat
them like they're talent, not like they're.
And that's you don't have a headquarters. Everybody just lives where they want to and doesn't do the
you don't gotta make it like IBM. Just make it like make it like do something. Protect yourself.
That's the thing. Like whatever you're doing isn't working. So switch that. That's the other problem is they just keep going forward. Like there's no possibility that we could improve. Like we're doing everything great. And that's where every interview that he does, every press scrum that he does, every media call before a show, everything's great. Everything's improving. We're doing the best shows we've ever done. Everything's the best. There's no way we can improve. And if you have that mindset, and you're not like, the best thing in the world, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
how much better would it be if during one of his pre-show press scrums he goes, we instituted the new nutritional policy at work here. We got a facility, not a performance center. We have a facility set up with a couple rings, some weights, some stuff for the talent can come and go and work on some stuff.
AEW.
We got a nice little nutritional thing in the corner so they can follow this and follow that. God, that sounds great, doesn't it?
We have legends or older talent, whatever you want to call them. You don't want to have to call them coaches, that are there to help assist you with promo
resources.
Or maybe, we can have a video room where you can watch over your matches or older matches or whatever. Call it AEW's headquarters or the fort, what is it? Not the Fortress of Solitude, but like whatever, like the lair, whatever you want to call it. I
would have so much more respect if he came out and just said all what I just said.
That's the thing too. He feels like he can't, in his mind, if he stumbles or he isn't the one fully in charge, or if somebody else makes the decision, he'll look weaker. But in 2025, you look weaker if you're not willing to adapt and not willing to improve, not willing to listen to some constructive criticism. Like we all can get better at whatever we do. Nobody does anything perfectly 100% all the time. We can always improve. It's a community effort here, and he just does it all himself. That's where.
How much better would the talent look at him too? Jake?
How much better would what?
How much better would the talent look at him if they had a place to go?
Yes, absolutely. And
the talent look at him.
Yeah, and being able to respect him and just understand.
You say that you will.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah, no, the whole thing, and there's no structure at all. There's nobody there to do anything. And see, I get a pain behind my eye. Because it's all right there. They have the talent. They have the people. He can pay legends to coach and train. So how many more people would be willing to work under him and for him if he was able to be collaborative and wanting to get better and wanting to improve? But he just wants it to be the wrestling he enjoys, because that's the best, even though only 500,000 people are watching every week.
The wrestling he enjoyed as a kid had structure to it.
It did. Even ECW had structure to him compared to this. Yeah. Like they knew what they were going. They had a plan. They didn't just do a spot to do a spot. Like, I mean, it sometimes seemed like spot fest if you weren't watching, but there was a storyline involved. There was a reason for it. They were building to something. Not just, hey, we're going to jump off the cage. Woo!
Yeah. I said my piece.
That's kind of why I saved the AEW rating for the last. I had a sneaking suspicion it was going to frustrate the shit out of both of us. Just get this right there.
It wasn't so much there. Yeah. I didn't think I'd be so frustrated with the corporate structure.
It's one of those things I can very easily get frustrated about them because I see what could be and I want it to be. But again, that goes back to their mindset and even a lot of their fans. It's not so much that they're pro AEW, they're just anti WWE, and they're just so focused on that as opposed to making themselves better. It's like if somebody, like if you're in a partnership and the partner backstabs you, the best revenge isn't attacking them. The best revenge is making your business successful more than theirs. Like that's, and that's where their brain should be, but it's not. And so here's where we are. And I'm sure Collision tomorrow will get 300,000 viewers. Or
the one thing that does seem obvious to me is that AEW fans do watch WWE, but WWE fans do not watch AEW.
Bingo. That is correct. It's true. No, I think there was a time that WWE fans were watching AEW and giving it a chance, but that passed. Like I said, whenever that point where Tony, I think it was like sometime in like 2020, like late 2020 or early 2021, where he was like, I've taken over the booking. It's me from now on. And you saw Cody's storylines go to shit and the company kind of go to shit. And ever since then, like CM Punk gave him a little bit of life for a little bit of time, but
yeah,
it's just, and it's not going to get any better, I don't think. But
nah, we figured way back. We figured way back when the average core base was about 500 to 550.
Yeah. And I think they've lost some of them. I still think there's a large chunk of people that watch that are either, I don't know if I'd call it hate watching, but watching so they know to be able to make fun of it, to be able to talk and fuck with the sickos. Because I think a lot of people get enjoyment out of that. But I think that's maybe 20 to 30,000. It's not that many. Yeah. No. And the live shows still don't get more than 2,000 to 3,000 in attendance. And I don't care what Dave says about the pay-per-views and the streaming members.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that was a good way to end it on AEW.
Yeah, great. Now my blood pressure's higher. Thanks.
Well, we had to. You're gonna want to do it to bring up the numbers.
I know.
I know. We're good. And that was fun. Hey, we're just giving our opinions. This is who we are. You get back to what you were saying earlier. We're not putting on a show. We both just got ridiculously frustrated over it. This is just who we are. We care. We want it to be good. But thanks everybody for listening. As always, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, tune in this Sunday, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through my X account. It'll be an open mic night as far as I know. We might have some, who knows who will make a run in.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, whatever. But if people have topics, questions, things they want to bring up, bring them to the table. And even if you're not if you're too shy or don't have a microphone and want to speak in a space, you can always put it in the comments of the space. I keep those up, and as long as they're appropriate, I try to read them and get involved. And we want to answer everybody's questions and be interactive with it. So leave a comment on the videos, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anything else you got, George, before we take off?
No, just when people are new to the spaces, feel free. We have core people that come in and always talk, but we do appreciate the new listeners.
Yeah, no, I always try to. That's one. If it's somebody new, I always try to make sure that we approve them to speak. Now, I usually do go vet people's accounts first. So if I see, if I look at your replies and you're screaming at people and yelling and, being a little, and there's not any like normalcy, maybe I might not let people in. But most people come in, they've been really cool. And
yes,
we've yet to have to, but we always said, if somebody's a dick, we will mute you and boot you. No problem at all. We will mute them and boot them. So, but yeah, please keep tuning in, and we thank everybody for listening, and we will catch you next time. Peace.